call it love. She fighting but falling slowly. If ever you are in doubt, remember what mama told me. Brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. Your back against the world. I never tried you for anybody else. A brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. The best thing about the world. I never tried you for anybody else. Oh, have you looked in the mirror lately? Wish you could trade eyes with me. Cause there's complexities in complexion, but your skin is glow like diamonds. Dig me like the earth, you be giving back to everything alive, baby, know your worth. I love everything about you, from your nappy curls to every single curve, your body natural. Same skin that was broken, me, same skin taking over. Most things out of focus, you, but when you're in the room, they know it's you. Cause you're beautiful. Yeah, you're beautiful. Them and them gon' fall in love with you and all of your glory. Your skin is not only dark, it shines and it tells your story. Keep dancing, they can't control you. They watch and they all adore you. If ever you are in doubt, remember what mama told you. Brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. Your back against the wall. I never trade you for anybody else. Say brown skin girl, your skin just like pearls. The best thing about the world. I never trade you for anybody else. Say
skin just like pearls. Best thing in the world. I never trade you for anybody else singing.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to our first annual Free to Be Me workshop. We are so excited to have you join us today. My name is Bria Gadsden. I am one of the co-founders of Love Your Menses, along with Dr. Ebere Azumah, who will introduce herself in a moment. Love Your Menses, along with the Wellness Collaborative and ABCD Health Services, have decided to put on this event as an opportunity for youth ages 10 to 17 to connect with each other and talk about all things wellness and menstruation. We are living in difficult times right now. There's a lot of transitions, a lot of things happening in the world, but we wanted to spread some positivity and give youth an opportunity to be well, mentally, physically, spiritually, occupationally, financially, physically, everything. And so we are so excited to have you join us. Before we officially get started, I just wanted to check and see where you all are tuning in from. I know you are tuning in from all over the world. And so we like to open up the space to welcome you all into the Love Your Menses family. So in one moment, I will share my screen where you can click the link and you can type in what city, state, country you are tuning in from, or you could type it in the chat. Thank you all for your patience. So I see Utica, New York. So in the chat, you will see a link. If you click that link, you will be able to share where you are tuning in from. All right, I'll give you all a moment. Awesome, I'm seeing some responses come in. That's great. Awesome. I see Aruba. Wow, welcome from Aruba. Roxbury, welcome. Welcome. I'll give you all a few more minutes. If you just entered in the chat, you can share where you're tuning in from, or you can visit menti.com and use the code that is on the screen, and you can type in where you are tuning in from. Okay. So while you are typing in the chat, I will check the results and see where you all are tuning in from. All right. Let me show you all. Okay, so some people are tuning in from Lenoir, North Carolina, Lakeville, Massachusetts. I see York, Pennsylvania, Randolph, more York, and another York. That is awesome. We are so excited to have you tuning in from across the country. We really appreciate you taking time out of your busy Saturdays to tune in and join us for this amazing event. And so I will now introduce my amazing co-founder, Dr. Ebere Azumah, who will share a few words, and then she will pass it on to Dr. Callahan. So just give me one moment. So Dr. Azumah is a board-certified OBGYN. She's a public health professional with a focus on community health education. She is a certified ICF life coach. She's an organizational consultant, international professional speaker, best-selling author, and blogger. She is also the co-founder and president of Love Your Menses, Inc. Dr. Azumah is the 3-time author of the following books: The Warrior Woman Project, which is a sisterhood of immigrant women and a Barnes and Noble's bestseller. She is also the author of Maya Learns About Menstruation, a menstrual education book for young menstruators. And lastly, she is the author of Jonathan and the Hole in His Shoes, a book that discourages bullying in schools. Dr. Azumah has many interests, but one mission: to empower and to motivate people, including herself, to flourish and to live their best lives while flowing through life unapologetically. Please give us all a warm welcome as we introduce Dr. Azumah.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you so much, Bria. Welcome, everybody. Thank you, all our speakers. Thank you, Dr. Callahan. Thank you, KDN and ABCD for coming to join Love Your Menses to create this. This is our first back to school event, and we hope Dr. Callahan and KDN would continue to join us in the future as we do more of this. So we're very, 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 very grateful. Thank you again, Bria Gatson, for the warm introduction. Yes, I did say, or she did read that I'm a co-author or author of Maya Learns About Menstruation, but in humility, she didn't say she wrote it with me. So yes, Bria is also the co-author of this book. And it's a very good book. If you guys want to get it, that's great. So before we even go further, we're going to do something different this time. We want to start with prayer. We're going to end with Jesus Christ. So if you're not of a Christian faith, and we encourage you to pray in your own language, but today we're just going to pray and just have God have his way, because I do believe in God. Bria believes in God. Dr. Callahan believes in God. Kaden believes in God. So we just want to dedicate today in his hands so that all the children that are here would learn from this event. Celai is awesome and she's going to talk. So we just want to dedicate this to him, if that's okay. Again, it's not to offend you, it's more to celebrate my faith. So you guys, I'm going to close my eyes while I pray. Father God, we thank you for today. We thank you for your love. We thank you for your grace. We thank you for giving us this opportunity to fellowship with each other and to pass down pearls of wisdom. We thank you for Celai West for just creating this passionate woman, that girl that loves to talk about herself and likes to encourage people to love themselves, self-love all the way. Father God, bless her, that what she says will be a blessing to all the girls listening to this event. We just thank you for all our speakers, our hosts, everyone that has volunteered their time, sponsored this event. God, please may you bless them. We are in a trying time with COVID and the rise, but God, we ask you that you would protect all of us and you would just encourage us to do what is right. Father God, we just thank you and we just worship you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and pass it to Dr. Callahan. Bri, I don't know if you have a wonderful bio for her. That would be great. I know I sent you mine. I don't know if you have yours, but I'm going to hand it over to Bria, and then Bria would decide, and then Dr. Callahan will say something. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Azumah, for opening up the space with prayer. I'm excited to introduce one of our co-sponsors, the Wellness Collaborative. One of the co-founders is an amazing pediatrician and assistant professor. Her name is Dr. Jeanette Callahan. Dr. Callahan is an assistant professor at Harvard Medical School and general pediatrician at Cambridge Health Alliance, with a special interest in the use of botanical medicine in the treatment of autism and attention deficit disorder. She received her medical degree from Harvard Medical School and completed the Mass General Hospital for Children's Residency Program. Dr. Callahan is the medical director of the Justice Resource Institute Northeast Health Service Unit, which provides primary health care to detained and committed youth in the Massachusetts Department of Youth Services. She is the co-founder and treasurer of the Wellness Collaborative, Inc. Dr. Callahan, the mic is yours.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction. I am delighted to be joining you today. Yes, the Wellness Collaborative, we are trying to change the way people think about wellness. That is what we are really desiring to do in this small nonprofit, very young nonprofit, founded in, and we're located in Roxbury, in the heart of Nubian Square. And we were co-founded by three African-American women, powerful women in the healthcare profession that really felt that people were not getting the kind of healthcare that they needed across the board. And one of us, I'm a pediatrician, one's an internist, one's an applied psychologist. And together we decided to begin to rethink and reimagine health as it should be. You know, the World Health Organization says that wellness is not just the absence of disease. It's a lot more. It's a lot more. It's having all of the needs that we have met in relationships and where we live and who we belong to, and that feeling of belonging. So I'm delighted to be able to come and to help sponsor this event and to give folks an opportunity to engage these really, really important issues. I know that a lot of moms and dads want to have the talk with their young people, and we're here to help you in that journey to start the conversation. It's not too early and it's not too late, and we are here to help you through this process. So I hope you enjoy us and that you enjoy this time together, and look forward to interacting in other ways as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. That was amazing. Lastly, I am going to introduce our third sponsor of this event, ABCD Health Services, which today Katie and Ebere will be representing. Katie, and I will allow you to introduce yourself and the work you do with ABCD.
Hi, my name is Katie. I'm the program coordinator for the programs Let Girls Learn and Sister to Sister. So if you're interested in learning more about if you're a young person, really how to talk about healthy relationships in your bodies, it will be a good workshop to go to. And also if you're a parent, how to talk. Also, there's like a parent cafe too, and that's good as well. So today's really about learning, how to communicate where you want healthy boundaries and discussing that, and also as a parent and an adult helping to facilitate that. Because I think like as an adult, we think, young people kind of have it together, and it's like, no, we don't, even adults have it all together as well. So it's really important to do that. And that's one of the ways our programs through Let Girls Learn and Sister to Sister is really that skill building, that role playing, that skill building to really help young people understand that you also have a voice and you also are able to set boundaries for yourself.
Thank you so much, Katie Ann, for that lovely introduction. And we are so excited to have ABCD Health Services as one of our sponsors. So I'm sure you're all wondering, what are we going to talk about today? What are the activities? Why am I joining this Zoom on a Saturday when I could be outside enjoying the sunshine? Well, the sunshine is right here in this event virtually. And so we hope that you all have smiles on your faces and you enjoy what we have in store for you today. And I will share my screen to show you the agenda. So we have an amazing schedule for you today. We already did our music and we did our welcome remarks. We are going to have an amazing, amazing guest speaker, Celai West, who will be doing a keynote presentation. Before she presents, we will show a video so you can learn more about who Celai is and all of her fabulousness. Then we will have a short break so you can stretch, get some water, use the bathroom, dance a little. Next, we will do our breakout sessions, which we will explain what our breakout sessions are, and then you can join them for the 30 minutes. Then we will have a special music video presentation. Then we will do our famous period talk, which is when we talk about all things menstruation, because what is a Love Your Menses event without menstruation? And lastly, we will do a wrap-up activity, some giveaways, some closing remarks, and share any community announcements. So that will be a time if you have any upcoming events, if you're interested in connecting with one of our speakers or one of the attendees, that will be the time to network, connect, and share resources. So we are so excited to have you stay with us for the next 2 hours. If you have any questions, you can always message me privately, Bria Gadsden, if it's anything tech related, or if you have any questions for any of the speakers, please message me and I will be sure to direct the questions to them. Next, this event is being recorded and it is actually being streamed live on Love Your Menses Facebook page. So we encourage you all to share the live video on your Facebook if you have that. By attending this event, you grant permission to Love Your Menses, the Wellness Collaborative, and ABCD to use your name, image, and or voice in any of our electronic, print, or multimedia publications. This is an agreement by which you will not make any monetary or other claims against Love Your Menses or any of our sponsors related to the name, your name, image, or voice. Please notify us if you would not like to be featured in the video recording. As a note, you can always turn off your video and mute your audio if you would not like to be featured in the recording. Thank you all so much. I will now pass it along to Dr. Azumah, who will introduce our amazing, amazing moderator for this event.
Yes. All right, thank you, Bria. Welcome again. Like Bria said, if you have a friend, if you're an auntie, an uncle, and you have someone that would benefit from this event, please share the link with them. We want everyone that will benefit from this to participate. Again, we have many activities planned out. We're going to, like Bria said, a dermatologist that will give an overview of the skin. We have the parent cafe where Celai's mom, Linda, would be teaching us how to motivate your child, how to have a confident child, how to have your child embrace their hair texture, their skin texture. And then we're going to have Katie talk about all things girls. And then there's just plenty. And then we're going to end with the period talk. But before that, we're going to have our keynote speaker, Celai, speak. But before we get to that, I want to introduce Natasha Paris. Natasha Paris was born and raised in Brooklyn to a Haitian parents. She is a certified etiquette trainer and a licensed professional mental health therapist. She found a way of combining her love for mental health and etiquette industry to become known as the etiquette therapist. So she's the only person that is known as the etiquette
therapist. She is a former model, makeup artist, and also a wardrobe stylist. As an etiquette therapist, she has facilitated workshops in several cities such as New York City, New Jersey, Philadelphia, New Orleans, Northern Virginia, Maryland, and DC. She is also the CEO of Freedom Revealed Image Consultant, which she founded in 2009. Freedom Revealed Image Consultant is a consulting firm that specializes in image and etiquette coaching. She also partnered up with Navitica, it's Your Pet's Choice in 2017 to help bring happiness and health to 1,000 pets. In that year, she quickly climbed the ladder and became the director of that program. In 2020, she founded an organization called Girls. The meaning of girls, or the full meaning of girls, is girls unapologetically reaching levels successfully. This is a nonprofit organization that empowers and develops young girls 10 to 14 to reach levels of excellence unapologetically while remaining true to their essence. The Girls Project celebrates young girls from different cultures, races, ethnicities, and all around the world. The Girls Project educates young girls in a 6-week program, a virtual program. It's just an amazing program. And we are grateful that she always invites Love Your Menses to participate in the period talk. So you guys help me welcome Natasha. But before that, if Natasha will allow me, we're grateful that Natasha is alive because yesterday she was involved in a car accident, but she refused to allow the setback to prevent her from coming here and moderating this event. So we want to be grateful to her for being here despite the pain. So thank you so much. We welcome you, all the hosts, all the sponsors. We're so happy to have you. Thank you. Welcome, Natasha.
Okay, Natasha will be joining us in one moment. And so in the meantime, we will show our video of our amazing keynote speaker, Celai West. So please enjoy this video for the next 2 minutes. Thank you.
I don't need to straighten my hair to be pretty. I don't need to straighten my hair to be pretty. I don't need to straighten my hair to be pretty.
I want to tell little girls that have my type of hair that it's beautiful and you don't have to listen to what other people say. Like, for example, I'm like on set and the designer doesn't know how to do my hair, or he's like, oh my gosh, I have to do that? And then, like, that means that they're not going to book people with hair like mine, you know?
We are so excited to have Celai join us. Natasha, are you available? Okay. So
I am. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hold on one second. Let me turn on my camera and my light. I'm super excited to be here this morning, to be blessed. Let me turn this on and just let me know if you can see me okay.
Okay. Natasha, you're muted.
Good morning. Can you see me?
Yes.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so excited to be before you today because it is a wonderful, blessed, extravagant, amazing, awesome. I have all the adjectives this morning. Why? Because I am here to be with you this morning. And so I am not going to belabor the point. Did you guys see that video? Did you guys see that video? We are talking about a girl that is that girl. She is that girl. She's that girl that comes on stage. And when I say she can walk, she can teach us a couple of things. But more than anything else, she is a girl that is comfortable, not just in her physical body, but she's comfortable in her mind, her spirituality, and in her beautiful, beautiful hair. And so with all of that said, let's give her, I don't like, people say warm welcome. I say not a warm welcome. I said give her a fire hot welcome, a fire hot welcome. That means an applause, standing up, giving recognition to this 12-year-old girl that is doing some things that we may have dreamed about, but some of you on this call may have looked and admired and thought that that was not possible. She did that. She did that. And I have the true pleasure to bring to the stage, to bring to the attention of all of those who don't know who she is, Miss Celai, beautiful name, West. Miss West, are you available right now for us?
Yes, I am. Hello.
Hello. The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you guys so much for having me. Okay, well, I guess I'll just start on my speech then. So hello, my name is Celai West. I am 13 years old, and I am the youngest professional runway model to walk amongst all adults in New York Fashion Week at just 10 years old. And I'm also a model, runway coach, activist, texture activist, or social justice activist also, environmentalist, environmentalist, and CEO of my own t-shirt company, The Chatty Chick. So it all started when I was just 3 years old and I was at a skating rink with my family. And this guy comes up to me and is like, oh my gosh, I want to shoot you. And we were like, wait, what? Because, we didn't know what shoot he meant. And then so he explains that he's a photographer. And so I do the shoot and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like the best thing ever. And I want to do this until I die. And so I got my first modeling contract when I was 4, but my mom ended up not signing it because she wasn't really sure if it was something that I wanted to do because I was only 4. I wasn't really able to do that, or I wasn't able to communicate that with her. And then she got another modeling contract when I was about 5, and she ended up signing that one because by then I was actually able to communicate that with her. So modeling started to slow down, and my mom decided that I should do a local runway show in my area. And so I do it, and I'm like, this is all right. I still definitely enjoyed modeling more. And then about a year later, I was doing a rehearsal for a show, and this guy's like, are you ready for New York Fashion Week? And I'm like, wait, what? Like the New York Fashion Week? And so I didn't really think I was really ready for that. So I ended up saying no. And then he asked me again next season. And so I ended up saying yes. And I go to New York Fashion Week for the first time. And I'm like so intimidated because I'm so used to these small shows. And I was like only like 6 or 7. And I definitely just wasn't really used to all those big shows. But then next season, I walked in Madison Square Garden. If anyone knows Madison Square Garden, you know that it is huge. And so I was like going crazy. And then so I walk out and my mom was like, where did she get that walk from? And honestly, I didn't know either. So that's basically how I started my runway career. And when I was 9 years old, I had my very first viral video, the one in the orange dress, if you guys saw that in the video. And but then an hour-ish later, I walked for my very first all-adult lineup. So I was like really, really excited because it was my first adult lineup. But the thing is, I have like these 2-inch heels on, and I just wanted to, like wear like some adult heels, like I don't know, 4 or 5 inches or something. But my parents weren't really, they didn't really feel good about that because I was only 9, and I don't think it would be a good idea for me to have like those heels. And so when I was 10, they got me my first pair of heels, and I finally got to walk in them in Palm Springs Fashion Week. And I was like really, really scared because it was my first time walking in heels, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I fall and stuff? But the good thing is, one of the designers that goes to New York Fashion Week, David Tupaz, he said that he wanted me to close his opening show for New York Fashion Week. And I was like, oh my God, because when I went to New York Fashion Week for the very first time, he was one of the 3 designers that I said that I wanted to walk for when I got older. But I was like, this is like happening when I'm only 10. And I said that when I was like 8. This is happening a lot sooner than I thought. So, it was like a dream come true. And that's basically how I became the youngest professional runway model to walk amongst all adults in New York Fashion Week. So I remember in kindergarten, I always used to wear my hair like really big, and also used to wear it down to school. And my mom used to get like these really weird stares from the parents because they probably thought that I should be wearing my hair in like, ponytails with breasts at the ends, but I just really loved my hair being big. I remember this one time, my hair was like really small, and I'd be like kind of mad. But then once my mom, picked it out and stuff, and it was a lot bigger, I'd be like really happy. So that's where I got my phrase, the bigger my hair, the more invigorated I am. And I do pretty much live by that to this day. But by the end of my kindergarten year, my mom saw a lot of girls from like 5th and 6th grade that were, starting to wear their hair down. So she thought, if she has such a big impact on those girls at school, maybe she'll have a big impact on, girls on social media. So that's how I started my social media page when I was 7 years old. And so I would just, be posting pictures of me and my natural hair. But then I started to get messages from parents and older women saying that their kid didn't like their hair, or that they didn't like their hair when they were younger. But now, after looking at my page, they started to, feel a lot better about their hair, and it made me feel, really good. So that's also how I started my own t-shirt company, The Chatty Chick, because I wanted it to use it as a way for girls to, express that they really like their hair. So has anyone heard of the phrase laws of attraction? So basically, if you know what it is, it's kind of like how contagious yawning is. Like if you were to go into a room and just yawn, then you could expect a couple of people to end up yawning too. So the way this applies is that if you go into a room loving your natural hair, or feeling that like it's awesome, then some other people are going to think, her hair is really awesome. But also, if you feel like your hair is awesome and you walk into a room and people or someone has hair like yours, then they're going to feel like their hair is awesome too. But one thing that I've really noticed is that those hairstylists on set never really knew how to do my hair. And it made me feel really sad because I knew that there were other girls out there in the industry that were also going through the same thing. And they could start to feel really bad about their hair. But I realized that it's not my hair, it's them. It's those hairstylists that aren't really knowledgeable about how to do my hair texture. So that's why I became a texture activist, because I want to push the media for more texture diversity. Because I remember one time my mom and I went to the mall specifically to look for someone that had hair like mine, like on the ads in the malls. And, we ended up not finding one. And it made me go back to, realize like my experiences on set and it's because of those hairstylists. They're the reason why we don't really see a lot of girls that look like me with hair like mine. And so that means that girls like me and you won't be able to see people that have hair like ours on movies, TV shows, commercials, billboards, and magazines. If those hairstylists just don't learn how to, do our ethnic textured hair. So that's basically why I started to be a texture activist. But with all that, I want to say that make sure you speak up about things. Like, have you seen a friend bully someone and didn't say anything because you didn't want to lose that specific friend? Or have you ever been in a really uncomfortable situation but decided not to say anything? Well, the best thing to do is to speak up, whether you lose a friend or, for example, when I talked about my experiences on set, I did lose a few jobs, but I didn't care because I wanted to create change for those girls so that they had more opportunities. But everything that I'm telling you guys about today all boils down to confidence. Confidence in yourself, confidence in your skin, and confidence in your hair. But it's okay. We're all growing up. And, we just haven't, reached our glow up yet. And that's okay. Because I remember when I was like 7 or 8, and I had this really big gap in my teeth. And that was just, a little questionable. But now you wouldn't even really know that I had a gap in my teeth because it, closed up by now. But, a lot of people, they reach their glow ups at different ages. And, you may reach it at 18 or 25. You just got to trust that process. But while you're going through that process, make sure you don't compare yourself to anybody, please. Because you don't want to compare yourself to someone like on social media, because they always will show their best days. But you don't want to show like your regular days to their best days. I just don't think it's a very fair comparison for you. So I think the best way to help with confidence is affirmations. So the best things to do is write down your affirmations. Like, I'm smart, I'm beautiful. And if you have trouble, saying I am beautiful, I would say to, just start out small. Like, as I said, I'm smart, I'm a good friend, I'm a good listener and all that. But after a while, you'll start to be able to go to those bigger affirmations, like saying I am beautiful. Or you can just go to saying I like my hair to I love my hair. But just make sure you write them down so that you can see and say them every day. Or write each affirmation on a Post-it note and stick them on your wall so that you can see and say them every day. Or use a dry erase marker to write them on your mirror so that you can see and say them every day. So just make sure you see and say them every day. Maybe even do it out loud, like while you're brushing your teeth or washing your face. But thank you guys so much for listening in. And if you guys thought any of this was helpful, then you guys can follow me on one of my social medias. Like, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube. But if you go to my website, www.celaiwest.com, then you'll be able to, and if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll be able to see all of my social media platforms. But then you'll also be able to see my t-shirt company, The Chatty Chick. So now we'll be able to get into those questions if you guys have any.
I have a question, Celai. Okay, we were supposed to do a phenomenal IG yesterday, so I had a bunch of questions for you. I'm gonna start it off, but I know that there's so many other girls who are, and I apologize for saying,
Hello,
can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
I know how important it is age, how important age is, right? 12, 13, two different things, right? I just wanted to ask, right? How does it make you feel if you can hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. How does it make you feel that when you go in, because you did say it on your video, that when someone sees all of your beautiful hair and you're about to go, you know, walk this runway, and they're like, do I have to do that? You know, like, so can you help me understand how do you get over that to get yourself ready and mentally prepared and confident to walk that stage, considering what you just heard maybe 20 to 30 or maybe an hour ago prior to you walking the stage? What is it that you do to support your ability to get over that? First, the question is, how do you feel when they say that? And second question is, what do you do to get over that so you can really, really run that walkway, like run it in a way that has never been done before?
Well, you asked what I would feel like when they ask or when they say something like negative towards me.
Yes, about your hair, because I think you said it. It's like, I have to do that? Like that really could do something, right?
No, actually, it didn't really do a lot to me because as I said, I've been like really loved my hair since, I don't know when, since I was, I guess, 2 or 3. And so I just never really let anybody tell me anything different than your hair is beautiful. So if they said your hair is ugly, then I'd be like, well, I guess, I mean, that's your opinion, but it's not mine and it's my hair. So I have my own opinions on it and I personally love it. But like when it comes to runway, I usually just have to, you know, just go into a mode where I just like have to block everything out. And I just, you know, just pray that I do a good job and just make sure that I don't second guess myself, because I just feel like if I do second guess myself, then those things are gonna happen. So if I say, you got this, and all those good things, then I feel like it has a lot more of a better outcome to happen.
That's amazing. That is so amazing. I see someone in the chat, and the message is, what about a girl whose hair is not as healthy and beautiful as you? Like, what would you say that they would need to do to support healthy hair? Because your hair looks very healthy, very full.
Well, I think the best thing to do is to, you know, look for different ways to help with your hair. But it also depends on your hair, your hair texture too. Like if you have hair like mine, it'll need different things, but also some hair, it may look like mine, but it may need different things. So I think the best thing to do is just to find what your hair likes. And, you know, that may take some time. I may not know like the exact products, but I think the best thing to do is just, you know, look up, you know, or try out your hair, do the hair porosity test and stuff like that. And then based off of that, you'll be able to find some really good products.
I think that is fantastic.
Thank you.
Hold on. I think you've totally answered the question. I see another question, and that question is coming from someone else. It's coming from Miss Garcia. Isley Garcia. It says, I was wondering, when you were little and you were modeling, what was your first reaction to that, the audience, to the excitement, the lights? I've been on those stages, more so in the back, helping models model and things of that nature. And I modeled at one point, and it can be overwhelming at times. So how do you deal with that?
So basically, okay, I'm sorry. What exactly was you asking me?
Okay, someone was asking, Mr. Garcia.
Right.
What was the question? I mean, what you understood the question to be?
They're asking how I feel being on the runway.
Yes, how do you deal with the overwhelming lights and things of that nature? And
okay. Well, honestly, it's kind of easy for me to, you know, deal with it because I'm kind of like in a zone. It's just like when I'm walking, because the lights are specifically like on the stage, you can't really see the audience. So you can really only focus like on what you're doing. And I think it helps a lot. And so, you don't have to like look at anything, and it just helps me focus a lot. And sometimes actually it goes a lot faster than, you really think.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So it goes a whole lot faster. And because you are born to be on the stage, it doesn't come across as intimidating from what I'm hearing from you, Ms. West.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. We'll take one more question and then we'll go into our breakout sessions, and let's take a look at one more question. And one of the questions is, I was wondering, let's see. Okay, when you were little, wait, hold on. Okay, that was another question.
One from Grace.
Oh, I see Grace now. Okay, so Grace is asking, she's saying, great job, good job, Celai. She's an exclamation mark. She's like screaming it out. Great job. And her question is, when you were little, have you ever felt down about your hair? And if so, why? If so, what did you do to make it better?
Okay, well, first, thank you a lot. Thank you very much. Well, I honestly never had a time where I really felt down about my hair. I actually just loved embracing it because it was just something that I really, loved about myself. And, I just never really felt down about it. So. Yeah.
What would you say to girls, just to piggyback on this last question, what would you say to girls who have, they feel some kind of way, they may have some reservations about their hair because what's the schooling that they're going to, most of the girls in their school may have weaves and they may have straightened hair, right? They may not be wearing their hair like you, right? So what do you say to girls who hair texture is very much like yours, but they don't feel as confident? So what words of wisdom would you say to them today?
I would say that your hair is beautiful the way it is. You don't have to change it just to, fit in. But if you really do want to straighten your hair, then no pressure. You can always do so. It's just as long as you're not pressured, as long as you don't feel pressured to do so, then you shouldn't have to. So yeah, just make sure you just feel confident in your hair and that it's perfect the way it is.
I love your simplicity when it comes to hair and your level of confidence. Like, I love your response because when you think about it, like you said, it's like you could do whatever you want to your hair. It's just as long as it's not being done for other people, right? It's all about what you want. If you want to straighten it, that's fine. If you want to put some tracks in it, that's fine. If you want to wear it natural, that's fine. However, if you want it in sister locks, that's fine too, right? But as long as it's not external pressure and you're not feeling comfortable with the decision that you've made. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Celai. That was so fantastic. So fantastic. And we are really like, let's unmute ourselves on the count of 3 and let's give it back to Celai and just honoring her for her courage and her confidence and her want to be here. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, unmute yourself and let's
amazing.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Woo!
Good job.
Thank you so
Great
much.
job.
Great job, Celai. Great job. Thank you so much. We will see you again in our breakout sessions. So with that said, I'm going to just read off what the breakout sessions, descriptions of each breakout session. And then we're going to take a 5-minute break. And then when we return, everyone will be placed in breakout rooms, okay, that will support the class. And you can go from one breakout room to the next if you choose, okay? All right, so let's go. And the breakout session is on the screen. And bear with me as I read this. Okay, so we have our first breakout session and they're 30 minutes at a time. And then they're going to also be going on simultaneously. So the first breakout session we have is Let Girls Learn. All right. And this is an empowering educational program that teaches girls, right? Girls and young women about wellness. This workshop will be led by a health educator by the name of Cardine or the bar. I apologize if I'm saying it incorrectly. Yes. Okay, so that's our first breakout session, and it's called Let Girls Learn, all about wellness and empowerment. We have the second breakout session, which is called It's Loving the Skin You're In is the second breakout session, and it's entitled, it is a workshop for those interested in learning about healthy skin care. Loving the Skin You're In. This workshop will be led by a dermatologist. Oh my goodness, Dr. Patricia. She is an M.D. She is a dermatologist, and she's going to talk about loving your skin, because oftentimes we as young girls, we want to put on makeup, but we're not taking care of that canvas. And so it's so important to make sure that you know what to do and how to cleanse your skin. And many of us, especially girls on this call, not including myself, are hormonal, right? Because we're going through that puberty stage, and our skin is acting out, right? So it's imbalanced. So knowing what to do in order to care for your skin properly. I especially love this workshop. Maybe I am a little biased, but I'm doing this workshop, and it's called My Mind, My Queen, right? A workshop for those interested in understanding how to not just love themselves on the outside, but to love themselves emotionally, mentally, and speaking positivity into your life. Very much like what Celai has said. I don't care what they say about my hair, but that has to come from within, and it has to be projected outward, right? So I'm going to be teaching this class because I am the etiquette therapist, working with individuals, not just on their appearance, right, but also on their emotional health, how they walk into a room, how they exude levels of confidence. And that can only be done by being taught and knowing what to say to yourself as you walk into a room. Okay. And then we have the pleasure of having our parent cafe. All right. This is primarily for all of our parents, our caregivers, okay, and adults, to talk about caring for yourself and supporting the young person in your life, right? Because oftentimes, I'm a parent as well, we tend to give all energy to our children, but we tend to fall to the wayside when it comes to ourselves. So we need to, in order for us to really give a lot of energy, give a whole lot of energy, we really need to make sure that we do self-care and we support ourselves in order to support the young person in our life. And this workshop will be led by Miss Linda Lingons West, which is Celai's mom. Yes, because she's cultivated such a phenomenal young lady. So she's going to also be supporting parents on what to do. And also our one and only pediatrician, Dr. Jeanette Callahan. Yes, our pediatrician who talks to many parents as it relates to their children. So those are the breakout sessions for today. I'm excited about the sessions that you will participate in, and make sure you bring a pad and a pencil, a crayon, a marker, a pen, something, because they're going to definitely be dropping some gems, something for you to take home with today. So with that said, we have a 5-minute break. And when we return, we are going to get started on this breakout session. I'm so excited to be before you. I'm Natasha Paris, and I'll see you after 5 minutes after our break. See you soon.
Just a quick note, everyone, if you are tuning in on Facebook, it is not too late to join the breakout sessions. So we will put the Zoom link in the chat, or you could register and you will automatically receive the Zoom link if you are interested in joining us for the second half, because it will not be streamed live on Facebook. Lastly, while we take a break, you have seen the breakout sessions that we have. I am asking for everyone that is on Zoom to post in the chat or message me privately and let me know which session you would like to attend, so I can assign the breakout room to you. So that way, when we move into the breakout rooms, you're automatically placed in that room. So in a moment, I will share my screen again while we're taking a break and listening to some music. You will private message me or message in the chat the breakout room you are interested in attending so I can assign it to you. Thank you all. Ebere, would you like to say
Yes. Yes, sis. Thank you so much. Thank you, Natasha, Celai. Thank you as well. Please, guys, invite your friends. Like if you click on the participants tab, you can invite everyone because we have so much information for you. And these people are subject matter experts in this topic. This is free because Bria, myself, Dr. Kellyanne, Kadian, Natasha, Celai, we just want to empower people, really. That's what our calling is. So please share it. Don't get this information for yourself alone. Thank you. I'm going to hand it back to Bria.
Thank you all. I see everyone is messaging the number. That is great. We will post it in the chat. But for your reminder, the first breakout session, number 1 is Let Girls Learn. Number 2 is Loving the Skin You're In. Number 3 is My Mind, My Crown. And number 4 is Parent Cafe. Okay, so number 1, Let Girls Learn. Number 2, skincare, loving the skin you're in. Number 3, My Mind, My Crown. And number 4, Parent Cafe. We will take 5 minutes. I will assign you to a breakout room. So feel free to listen to some music, stretch, get some water, and we will see you all in 5 minutes. Thank you.
She's just a girl and she's on fire, hotter than a fantasy, lonely like a highway. She's living in a world and it's on fire.
Although this is a virtual event, we highly encourage you to turn on your cameras for the breakout sessions. So the breakout sessions will be about 25 minutes, and I am going to get ready to start the sessions and you'll be transferred into the room. If for any reason you would like to transfer into another room, you can always come back to the main session and I will be there to help put you in the correct room that you would like to go to. I hope you enjoy the sessions. They are going to be amazing. These sessions will not be recorded, so any information that is said there, for your assurance, it will just stay there, so it will not be live streamed. Thank you all. The rooms are now open. Welcome back. I hope you all enjoyed the breakout sessions. So we just want to take a few moments to debrief. If anyone would like to share what they learned, if anything was inspiring, any takeaway messages from the breakout sessions, that would be great. Natasha, I will let you go first.
I just wanted to hear from the girls. What did they enjoy most about being in the room where you're fixing your crown, right? It might be a little crooked, but what did you fix, right? How did you fix it and how did that make you feel? What did you get from the class session for those who were in my session?
I really like that it was about, loving yourself, love yourself, and that you are that girl, period.
Wait.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that.
Say it.
I don't like public speaking.
She was walking. She was doing her thing. She was doing her thing. Thank you, Mira. Next, anyone else? What did you enjoy about the workshop?
I like that we learn to tell ourselves that we love ourselves. I like that part.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. And I want you to practice that. I want you to practice. One more girl, and then we can switch over to the other workshops. What did they enjoy most? Simona?
Class was fun. And the walking was fun.
Awesome. Well, let me just say this. Thank you, Simona. Look, every girl in my program, in my workshop today, even though it was 30 minutes, we had a good time. And I enjoyed the fact that you girls were, look, we even had a board. Like I wrote things down, so you could take a snapshot, but every girl were they expressed themselves. They were verbal. They may have been shy initially, but they broke out of that shyness pretty quickly. And I just wanted you girls to really, snap it up for yourself as it relates to confidence and loving yourself and loving the skin you are. It doesn't have to take place immediately as it relates to you feeling all the love of yourself. It's a process. The more you do it, the better you become and the more confident you feel. So that's my words of wisdom and encouragement for the girls that were in my program. For the other girls in the other workshops, we would love to hear from you and also the facilitators, like what they received as well.
Hello, everyone. Hi, this is Dr. Patricia, Oyetakin, dermatologist. I was leading this session on loving the skin that you're in, and I gave some great tidbits on just some understanding of what good skin health as it relates to overall wellness. Yes, the skin is the largest organ of the body. We see it as an outward reflection of what's going on inside, and just not ignoring that and knowing at what point should you seek help and seek advice before things scar and before things become permanent? So, we gave some advice about some, great products for sensitive skin, and also, some tidbits about, hairstyles. So if anyone wants to share what they learned or things that, or if maybe you had a question you didn't get to ask it right away, please definitely you feel free to share. I'm looking at the chat for any questions, or if you want to unmute yourself.
I know Keisha said, I learned a lot of new products that would be helpful for my skin.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Keisha. I hope you found it informative. Again, like I said, sometimes when it comes to seeking professional help for your hair and your skin, it can be intimidating. And one of the things I find joy in doing every day is allowing people to feel like they deserve that access. They deserve access. They deserve to ask the important questions, because sometimes those important questions can lead us to clues about things that are going on internally. So, when it comes to addressing, healthcare disparities, one thing in dermatology that, our specialty is actively working on is just allowing people, creating a safe space where people feel empowered to ask the relevant, important questions about their health.
What was the name for the sensitive skin product again?
Yes. So when a question about what to use when you have sensitive skin, and I emphasize a lot of the issues with skin sensitivity have to do with the fragrances. A lot of products with fragrances can be irritants and creates like a contact dermatitis or allergy. So the brand that I like, and a lot of my colleagues agree, is a good starting point is Vanny Cream. I can put it in the chat. I believe we had it earlier. I'll copy it and put it in the chat once more. So it's Vanny Cream. You can get it on Amazon, CVS. Amazon, CVS, and Target, I believe, are the best places to get that particular product.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Do you have any recommended sunscreens?
Absolutely. I don't know what happened. I had this beautiful presentation and I worked so hard on the sunscreen slide and it went away. So sunscreen, it's been a topic of conversation lately because I am so excited, literally from 5 years ago when I left residency till now, the attention being given to better sunscreen for all skin types, darker skin types. So one new product that I love, and I have like bottles of it for us in the house, is the Black Girl Sunscreen. Phenomenal product. You can get it at Target. Although I am not the biggest fan of chemical sunscreen, so sunscreens, they create them in two ways. There's the physical sunscreen. I explain it like it's like a mirror. It takes the UV rays and uses it as a mirror, bounces it off. So the sunscreen doesn't actually penetrate your skin. I prefer mineral sunscreens, less likely to cause irritation, breakouts, great for oily skin, and it doesn't penetrate. Chemical sunscreens, however, they absorb into your skin, and it's almost like a sponge. It like literally attracts the UV rays. Those tend to cause more irritation, and some specific chemical ingredients. They've gotten a lot of bad press lately about the coral reefs and the damage to the environment. And it's kind of fallen out of favor. They're still great products. So Black Girl Sunscreen is one of my favorite chemical sunscreens. Elta MD is a great product as well. CeraVe has some great products. What I'll do is, while others are talking, I will kind of look up those particular products and put them on the chat. Supergoop is a great one, because the key is finding a sunscreen for darker skin type that doesn't take forever to rub in and doesn't leave that white cast, shadowing effect, ghost-like appearance. And there are some great affordable brands out there. So I'll put some of them in the chat.
Yes. If I could ask very quickly, how do you balance the use of sunscreen and the fact that the vitamin D levels are excruciatingly low, especially in New England? And so often I'm giving advice about the use of sunscreen, and folks get up in the morning, put sunscreen head to toe throughout the entire day. I'm concerned that they're blocking out some precious rays that we need to convert into
absolutely, Dr. Callahan. That's a great question, because yes, especially in some of my patients who have really aggressive skin cancers, they're very meticulous about sun protection. And in those situations, especially in people of African descent as well, some of my more adult patients, I do recommend from time to time, at least every couple of years, they get their vitamin D levels checked. And then even some over-the-counter supplementation, at least anywhere from 1,000 units, international units is what I recommend for my adult patient. Now, again, this is just for informational purposes only. I think it's very important to, at least once in a while, every year or two, get those levels checked. I get mine checked just to make sure, and I supplement, because, well, even beyond just using sunscreen, we're all working, we're indoors, we kind of go from car to home to car, and you're not really getting all those wonderful sun rays like some of our friends from Aruba who are here with us. So we do have to supplement. Yeah, so great question.
Thank you so much. That was so inspiring. I love learning about all things skincare. Would anyone like to share what they learned from the Let Girls Learn workshop or the Parent Cafe? Feel free to type in the chat or unmute yourself.
Hi, I'm Linda, Celai's mom, and I really enjoyed speaking with the other parents today, because there's a lot of girls that are also going through the same thing. Number one, there's a lot of girls that are very talented and have gifts as well as a little more introverted or being affected by the pandemic and kind of withdrawing a little bit. But I think that was really good to discuss today, and thank you guys for your feedback on that.
Yeah, I think that the elephant in the room is the pandemic, and it's the impact that it's had, the post-traumatic stress that it's caused for young people, especially during these developmental stage, preteen, and the age of you guys, you young people on the line. It's like you don't have you're going back to school, and I think that a lot of the anxiety I hear are people who can't turn the camera off anymore. You are in the room now, and you are faced with some people that may not have been too kind to you through social media. And now you're confronted with actually having to engage, and a lot of young people have withdrawn. They have not figured out how to cope with this unsafe world. And so part of the Parenting Cafe was really to acknowledge that, and to just name it, and to understand that it just like any other trauma, Unfortunately, we're still in it, but like any other trauma, it takes time to process and to develop new skills of coping, because this is brand new for young people. And so I want to encourage you all online. Thank you for coming to really get some of the tools that you're going to need as you mature, but especially during this season where, you know, you probably never dreamed that you'd have to go to school with a mask on to protect yourself. And so it is, we acknowledge as parents that, you know, this is hard. And part of the cafe was saying that it's hard and not to push you guys. We are not going to push you. We're going to encourage you. But we understand that this is unprecedented for you. So I applaud you for showing up today.
Thank you so much, Dr. Callahan and Linda. That was amazing. And I had the pleasure of popping in and out of every breakout room. And I just wish I could have stayed in each one. I see Natasha over there having the girls stand up and practice their walk. I saw Dr. O doing an amazing job talking all things skincare, Jeanette and Linda discussing all things parenting and taking care of yourself. And then Katie and talking about wellness and body positivity and being unapologetically you, however you choose to identify and show up in this world. And so I thank you all for participating in our breakout sessions. And we are not done yet, because what is a Love Your Menses event without menses? So yes, we are getting ready to talk about all things periods, because at Love Your Menses, we are here to destigmatize menstruation. There is nothing dirty, there's nothing nasty, there's nothing unsanitary, there's nothing wrong with having your period. It is normal, it is okay to celebrate it. It is okay to not like it. There are days where I don't like my period when I get cramps, but I still love myself enough to advocate for my menstrual health and my reproductive health care so I can show up in this world healthy as a menstruating individual. So I have the pleasure of introducing Dr. Azumah, who will be leading our Menstruation 101/period talk. And we encourage you all to join in the conversation. We believe in having intergenerational conversations about our periods, because all of us had a different period experience. Some of us were taught about our periods before we got our first period and we were prepared. Other people like myself, I got my first period when I was at camp, and this boy said, hey, you have red stuff on the back of your pants. And from that day on, I've just been learning how to really understand, embrace, and love my flow. Dr. Azumah, I will allow you to take it away.
All right, thank you so much. Let me get my screen prepared. Right, so welcome again. Thank you for staying and hanging in. I hope you guys are still enjoying what we are sharing. Again, there's still room to share it with your friends. Thank you, everyone. Again, this is not just a Love Your Menses event. We have many people involved, ABCD and the Wellness Collaborative. And let's go. Let me share my screen shortly. One second. Okay. Almost there. All right, almost there. I'm gonna share my screen now. Can you guys see this?
Yes, we can.
All right, like Bria alluded to it, there's no event that Love Your Menses would have without us speaking about menstruation or the menstrual cycle or the period talk. So again, this is a book that we're working on, Understanding and Embracing My Flow. It's a menstrual wellness workshop that was developed by us. It was spearheaded by an intern in Bria. So we did a workshop and we learned from our students and we decided to create a curriculum and also a book. So look forward to getting the book. I called this Menstrual Cycle 101 and you would see why. This is our logo. And most of you know about Love Your Menses, right? So Love Your Menses was started in 2019, basically to tackle period poverty. And we'll talk about what period poverty is. So like Bria said, the goal here is to have fun, right? Have fun, 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 fun. I hope you guys have had fun so far. And it's to encourage everyone to embrace their puberty, destigmatize menstruation by loving your menses. And we'll briefly talk about menstrual equity. So again, like we said earlier, but I'll reiterate, this information is for general educational purposes and not a substitution for treatment. So if you have any symptoms or you're not feeling good or you want more information, please consult your physician, and we will provide resources for those that don't have a physician. If you're in Boston, there's so many resources and so many people for us to connect you with. Kadian from ABCD is a great resource as well. All right, so before we get started, I can't see my the chat, but I wanted to know if the young ones have ever discussed puberty or periods in school. I can't see the chat. Okay, I can see it now. Okay, I don't. Bria can help me. What did I say? I can.
Not.
Okay, good. All right, so it's unfortunate that they don't provide these resources, but it's fortunate for us because we do it and we love to do it. All right, so the question is, it's very important to realize that we're all unique, that even though we talk about puberty, it's not a linear process. Everyone has different experiences. And we like to interject and say, yes, your menstrual cycle might be unique, but so are you. So we want everyone, like Celai has said, to embrace their individuality as well. All right. We're unique, right? So just a statement. It's crucial to know that each person's cycle and body are different and unique. Although we study the human body as one, there are certain things like the menstrual cycle that's particular and individualized. All right, there's something that I enjoy when we're doing this workshop with other people is the Me Too Sis. I just love it, right? It's just, I like how it normalizes things people consider a taboo or things that make them feel different. So we always say, I am not always comfortable talking about my vagina, and we will say Me Too Sis. So if you guys want to join me by saying it in your head or typing it in the chat, that's fine. So I'm going to read the next sentence. I don't know how to use a pad, tampon, or menstrual cup, and I'm scared to hurt myself, and we'll say Me Too Sis. I'm starting to grow pubic hair in my vagina, vaginal area, Me Too Sis. I need help learning how to properly clean my vagina, Me Too Sis. The different parts of the human female anatomy is confusing to me as my vulva, labia, minora, etc. And we say Me Too Sis. So the goal is just to normalize your feeling, because during puberty, which is a part of the menstrual cycle, a lot of teenagers don't feel, they feel different sometimes. I know we said embrace your uniqueness, but sometimes the uniqueness could be embraced in such a way that is detrimental. That's not what we're talking about. We're saying you're normal. All right. All right. So as you get older, my dear, your body naturally changes. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's just a part of growing up. Before we talk about puberty, we want to see what you may or may not already know. But I guess it's going to be hard for me to see because I can't see the chat. All right. So this is understanding my body. What are some words do people use to describe their bodies? You can type it in the chat.
I'll read it for you, Ebere, as people type in the chat.
Please, thank you. And just interject anytime, Bria, and add to it if you want to. All right, so puberty. So there are signs of puberty, right? We're going to go into this individual explanation, but there's the telechy, the pubic-key, pubertal growth spurt, and menarche. And we're going to touch on each of those things. All right, so telechy is just the changes that occurs in your breast tissue. It's influenced by estrogen. Pubic key is when there's hair development in your vulva area, your armpit, and your body. That is also influenced by hormones. And what are hormones? Hormones are chemicals that are made in our body that causes signaling and activation, or processes that activate things and help us. And I'll go into that shortly. And then we have the growth spurts. I don't know if you guys remember that, but you go home for summer break, and by the time you come back, people that were shorter now become taller. And you're like, wow, I didn't know you were going to be tall. And then menarche is always the first menstruation or the first bleeding. So the mean age of puberty, we say, is 10.5, but it has a range from 8 to 13. Some people say 8 to 14. You see those with African-American descent tend to get that menstruation a little bit, not a little bit, but tends to get their menstruation and puberty earlier than white girls. So when we talk about puberty, we have different extremes, right? So the earlier your puberty occurs before age 8, then it's called precocious puberty, right? So 10.5 is like the average. If it happens 2 years or 2.5 years before that, it's precocious puberty. So if you're less than 8 years old and you're having breast development or you're having puberty, please speak to your doctor. And then the other extreme is delayed puberty, right? When you don't have your menses by age 16, if you've already had breast development or puberty, and then greater than 13, if you have no breast tissues or puberty. All right, so we talked about hormones. Like I said, hormones are chemicals in our body. They're so beautiful that activates organs and just causes a cascade of different things. So some of the hormones involved in puberty and menstruation is GnRH, FSH, LSH, estrogen, and progesterone. If you come to our workshop, we'll go into more details on this hormones. Bria can testify that we had a 10-year-old girl that gave a presentation on this hormones. It was just impressive. I was like, wow, I didn't know that until medical school. So it was just beautiful that empowerment and training does work. So the GnRH is a hormone that's released from here. We're talking about our brain in the back area. So it's called the hypothalamus, and it activates the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland then secretes FSH and LH, which are two important hormones that activates our ovary and influences menstruation. So it activates our ovary to release estrogen and progesterone. And we've been talking about estrogen being important in teleki, breast development, etc. Let's see, next. All right, so we talked about different breast teleki, right? So we have stage 1 to 5. 1 is like no activity. So basically, it's just the papilla that is visible. It's like flat, flat, flat. You can't tell the difference. I have to confess that my daughter is 5 years old, and I look at her breasts to just make sure she's not going into puberty. I don't know why, but I do. I guess that's what happens when your mom is a gynecologist. So basically, stage 1, there's no breast tissue. We can call it glandular tissue, and then breast.
Ebere, can you stop using the mouse? It has a blue dot.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you much. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. Okay, but you guys can see the breast. So stage 2 is now it's palpable, like there's an enlargement around the areola. So the areola is the pigmented area around your breasts. Sorry, someone is trying to get in and meet. Okay, I know Bria is going to take care of it. And then we have stage 3 now, the areola and the papilla is more elevated. And then stage 4 is secondary mold. At this time, there's a contour, there's an elevation. And now, you can see like breast tissue development. If you see the side view image, you see how there's a change. There's that elevation. There's a shift in the papilla and the areola, and it's just getting there. And then stage 5 is adult breast. All right, sorry. Okay, so then the next question I have is, why do we develop pubic hair? I'm sure some people know that, but basically our pubic hair serves to protect and to shield our sensitive skin around our genitals and also our armpits. So it's all protective. I think our body is just wonderfully made, just very, very wonderfully made. All right. All right, so the vulva, just a quick anatomical review. Again, I hope parents are fine with us doing this. Again, this is Love Your Menses, so we have to review anatomy. So we have the mum pubis right there, where you see like the head, like the hair right here. And then we have the clitoris, and then we have the urethra. I can't use my mouse because it's irritating. And then we have the labia majora, the labia minora. So the labia majora is the outer part of your vulva area. And then the inner area is the labia minora. Minora is the inner part. And then we have the gland that like lubricates and just, you know, basically like a water hose that just keeps there lubricated. Again, they're influenced by the hormones. And then we have the anus. All right. All right, so we want to reiterate that we are all unique. We've heard of people doing labiaplasty. I don't know if you guys know what labiaplasty is. Labiaplasty is this surgeries now going on with young people. We're not suggesting that. We're saying you don't need that. You need to love your vulva the way it is because it's special. You're unique. You don't need to have a very small labia minora. You don't need all of that. We need to encourage people to embrace us like we are. All right, so then we have the pubic key right there. Again, stage 1, no hair, and then all the way down to stage 5, where there's adult hair around our thigh area, okay? All right, so the next one says caring for down there, okay? So we encourage you to wear cotton underwear, loose fitting clothes, wash underwears after each use warm water and mouth soap or no soap to clean your vagina, take warm baths, especially when experiencing vaginal discomfort, avoid fragrances and harsh chemicals. When Love Your Menses dispenses or distributes period products, we tend to only distribute organic products. I know we've gone to meetings, Brea mostly, and people are like, just any products, and Brea insists that no. We do know that organic products are very safe. They don't have volatile organic chemicals that do cause irritation. They don't have that. They don't have phthalates, which is an endocrine destabilizing agent. So we recommend using organic products, and Brea can give you names of products out there. There are plenty. Okay, after swimming, remove swimsuits immediately, shower and bathe, avoid scratching. If you're scratching, it's going to be like a scratch each cycle, so avoid scratching if you can. And if something goes wrong, seek help. Do not suffer in silence. Again, you can contact us, Love Your Menses, if you need help finding a physician. We would connect you. We have the resources in Boston and almost nationally, if not globally. Then now we talk about pubic key, which is the growth in like the genital area. So some people ask us the question, should I remove my hair down there? And we say, it's your choice, it's a personal choice, but we want you to remember that there's nothing wrong with body hair. But if you prefer to remove it, there are many ways to do so. Menarche, the first menstrual period, that's where we tend to come in. So the organs involved in menstruation includes ovaries, uterus, cervix, fallopian tubes, and the vagina. I don't know if you guys can see me. Can they see me, Brea?
Yes.
I have a prompt. I always have this at work. Some of them are pathological, but I hope you guys don't have any of those things. I don't want to lose your attention, but yeah, this is the uterus, and that's the fallopian tubes, like the arm. And then we have the cervix right here. Again, this is pathology. This one has a cervical dysplasia, which I hope you guys don't have. And we recommend getting HPV vaccination. And then the fallopian tubes, the ovaries, and then the vagina. All right, so there's something we learned during these workshops from other people. Brea, what's the name of the lady that always names her uterus? I can't remember her name. Huh?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. So Vanessa always names her uterus. So because of that, I decided to name mine. And so giving it a name makes it real, right? Because a name is important, right? There's just something significant about names. So we encourage everyone to name your uterus, especially those that don't have very good menstrual experience. Like Bria said, she doesn't have a very positive menstrual experience. So it's interesting that we play with the word. Instead of hate my period or hate my menses, we say love your menses. It's counterintuitive. So basically naming your uterus allows us to embrace the changes that occurs in our body during puberty. All right, so this is Precious. Yeah. Precious uterus. That's my uterus. And you can see the fallopian tube, and that's basically it. Yeah, the fallopian tube. I don't know what happened to this. Okay. All right. So then the menstrual story. So menstruation period is a normal occurrence of bleeding that occurs in a woman's body, for most people monthly, but the goal is to prepare the woman's body, the womb, the uterus to carry a baby. When there's no pregnancy, the uterus now sheds its inner lining, and that's what we capture as menstrual bleeding, menstruation. And this then resets the menstrual cycle. And we'll talk about the cycle in more details. So on average, most people lose about 35 cc's of blood. It lasts about 7 days. Heavy periods is when you're soaking a large pads about every 2 hours or greater than 80 cc's per cycle. So basically, sometimes if you're bleeding a lot, right, you would lose blood. And that's why some people tend to have anemia. There are different causes of anemia, but blood loss is one of them. I remember I was speaking to someone and she said she was passing out. Not a direct patient. She said she was passing out, and she went to the doctor and they diagnosed her with anemia, but she didn't know the etiology. She was like, Ebere, I think it's because of my diet I'm not eating. And I was like, wait a minute, let's go back a little bit further, right? Let's start from the beginning. How are your periods? And then she was like, oh my goodness, my periods are so heavy. I'm always changing my pads every 2 hours. She's using more than 4 to 5 pads per day. And I was like, I think it's more from your period than your diet. You can change both. But just simple things like that, by taking good history, can make a difference. So I told her, go to your doctor, because I'm not her doctor, so that they can subscribe something that can help control her bleeding. All right, this is one of Bria's favorite pictures. So she loves to remind us how our blood looks like. Okay, so you see the black one happens when it's old blood, because people are like, oh my goodness, why is it black? It's black because it's like really, really old blood. And then the lighter, right? So the later part of your menses, it becomes lighter and lighter and lighter because your endometrial lining, the inside of your period, now has shedded, and the spiral arteries and whatnot are healing. So you have more of the yellow. All right. So just a brief physiology, because we just touched on the cultural part. We have talked about the color, but the physiology of menstruation involves cycles, right? So we talked about the ovary, and we talk about the uterus. So these two organs are so beautiful. They work in concert with each other. So basically, the ovary is going through different phases. The follicles is developed. After it's developed, then one gets matured and one is released. And after it's released, it secretes estrogen and progesterone. And then after that, it resets. And then we have the luteal phase. In the same time, menstruation is happening. After we are done bleeding, right? After the light days, in the same time, the uterus now would proliferate. So basically the glands are going back and getting ready for pregnancy if that occurs. Again, we're not suggesting that anyone gets pregnant. We're just teaching physiology, because we believe if you know this, you prevent a lot of things and you become more confident. All right, so this is the interplay between the menstrual cycle. Again, Bria said don't use the mouse, so I'm not going to use the mouse. I'm tempted, but you see what's going on in the follicular phase right there. If you look at the left-hand corner, you see the developing follicles, then one is mature, then one is released. And then after it's released, it secretes estrogen and progesterone. You can see that in the hormone level, which is in the middle area. And then you see what's going on in the uterus. Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. All right. All right, so again, normally we would say, go show me your menstrual hygiene products, but I don't think we have that time. So in terms, go ahead, Priya.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, okay, all right. So in terms of pads, we have different products. We always encourage choices. So there's the reusable and the non-reusable products. We have people in our organizations like St.Amand that refuses non-reusable pad products, and that's okay. We said that's fine. Whatever is good for your environment and good for your organization is good for us. I'm going to skip. So there's the tampons, there's the menstrual cups. Bree, I'm going to skip and then come back to this if we have time, okay? All right, so not everyone loves their menses, like I alluded to. Some people hate it, and we understand because during menstruation or during your menstrual period, some people have mood swing, acne, as Dr. Oyetakin has taught us. Some people are bloated, some people crave chocolate, some people have heavy bleeding. And then we want to talk about period poverty. So period poverty is when someone lacks access to education or the resources to have a better period experience. Okay, so like don't have the menstrual cup or the tampon or cannot afford that. All right, so menstrual equity is basically the same. It's a concept that refers to equal access to information and period products. Jennifer Weiss-Wolf is like the leader in the menstrual equity space that has been advocating so much for women. And I believe it's because of her we have this space. So we give her credit. All right, love your menses. So we do fight period poverty. In the last year, we've given out 30,000 or more menstrual pads. We've developed our menstrual app. Please check us out. Go download our app. It's called Our Flow app. Give us some likes and share it. It has more information. It also has a community where young girls can communicate and normalize their experience. And if you want us to come give a talk, we're available as well. So we do encourage you to support us because Bria and myself, thank God for some grants in Boston. We self-support this organization, but if you can help us, thank you, we appreciate it so that we can fight period poverty. The money goes to the girls. Stay safe and focus on creating strong sisterhood. Bria, do you have the video on St.Amand? Let me share that quickly, okay? And then let's see, I think I have that. Let me share that quickly, just 1 minute.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Can you guys see my videos, my screen yet? You can see it? Okay. So this is St.Amand. That's our newest partner. Can you guys hear it? Oh, no, you can hear it because I have to share. Share sound.
A pobreza menstrual vai muito
Em
além da
português.
falta de dinheiro para comprar produtos íntimos adequados. Ela denuncia um problema global da falta de acesso à água, saneamento básico e desigualdade social. Quem menstrua precisa enfrentar o tabu que a menstruação carrega na nossa sociedade, e as que mais sofrem são as mulheres e meninas mais vulneráveis, como as encarceradas, as pessoas que vivem na rua e aquelas em situação de pobreza social. Por isso que todos nós, solidários a esse problema de primeira ordem, membros da sociedade civil e de coletivos que lutam contra qualquer tipo de desigualdade, devemos nos unir e combater a pobreza menstrual e a desigualdade de gênero. Temos que unir a nossa vontade de mudar esse problema com uma ação prática de conscientização. Mas para isso, precisamos também da sua ajuda. Precisamos de solidariedade e precisamos quebrar o tabu.
All right, so yes, if you guys want to support St.Amand, it's a interesting country in Africa, please do. We would post our link in the chat. Any question or questions? Thank you. No.
Oh, I want to. Are we gonna like meet again?
Thank you. Thank you. Say that again. Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you do you want to speak so that I can hear you?
Are we gonna meet again?
Are we going to meet again?
Like, well, is this a weekly thing?
Oh, okay. If you want to know more about our workshops, just email us. Bria is going to put our contact information and then we will let you know. Again, this is our first back to school program that we did in combination of the Wellness Collaborative and ABCD. So this event itself is not weekly, but annually. However, we do have workshops that we give. We have plenty of workshops, and then Bria can touch on the one she's spearheading now. Bria, you want to talk about your workshop?
Sure.
Yeah.
Give me one moment.
Yeah.
All righty. Thank you so much, Dr. Azumah, for that amazing presentation. We love talking about all things menstruation. I encourage you all, if you have any questions related to your period, you can message Dr. Azumah and Zoom. She is a doctor, but she's not your doctor. So she can't diagnose you or treat you, but she can guide you in the right direction. And so at Love Your Menses, we have many different menstrual wellness workshops. One workshop that we do is called Sew, where we teach people how to make their own reusable products. So if you're ever interested in making your own period panties or period pads, we do a workshop that is 100% virtual, where we mail you the materials and we meet for about 3 days, 3 hours each day. It's a really short session, and the end product is you have your own period underwear that you get to wear and reuse. We also do an Understanding and Embracing My Flow workshop, which is a 6 to 8 week program where we talk about puberty, understanding the menstrual cycle, understanding hormones and how they affect your menstrual cycle, how to deal with acne and bloating, fatigue, all of these, unpleasant PMS symptoms that we get. So that is a workshop that we offer after school in community centers, or if you're a parent group and just want us to come out to facilitate that, we can do that as well. And we encourage you all to visit our Instagram at Love Your Menses. In one moment, that is a great segue. I will share my screen and show you some contact information. So here is how you can stay connected to all 3 of the sponsors of this event. You can visit our websites, so www.loveyourmenses.com. You can also follow us on social media at Love Your Menses. You can, if you want to stay in contact with the Wellness Collaborative, you can visit their website, thewellnesscollaborative.org. If you would like to stay up to date on ABCD Health Services, you can visit their website, bostonabcd.org. And once you get to their website, you can search under health, and that is where you will see a listing of all of the programs that ABCD Health Services offer. Jeanette, would you like to take a few moments to share what the Wellness Collaborative is working on?
Sure. So the Wellness Collaborative, actually, with COVID, we completely pivoted, and we are doing all things COVID related. We are, as I mentioned before, a young organization that actually was going to launch right when COVID hit. So we have had to pivot. But one thing we are doing are workshops and panel discussions if you have questions about the COVID vaccine and the COVID virus. As you know, the vaccine is available to 12 years and up now, so your age. And I know some parents are struggling with wondering whether or not it's safe to give the vaccine to their children. And we are here to answer any questions. So that's the thing that we're focused on right now. And also in terms of mental health, we are not providing direct care, but we too can direct you in the right direction, lead you into the right direction in terms of getting care for your young people or for yourselves if you are undergoing the stress that came along with this pandemic. We generally do forums, public forums, and like I said, prior to COVID, we were doing a lot of workshops around the new concept of wellness, where it's interdisciplinary. We talk about not only disease, but we talk about housing, we talk about food security, we talk about diet, we talk about education and communication, all of these very, very important things that help us to be well. And so we will begin those forums again, probably in September. They will continue to be virtual for a while, but also you can contact me, you can contact our website. And we do have space in Nubian to meet with parents who would like to discuss more natural ways to approach ADHD and autism. And I do spend some time with parents there and willing to chat with you. So those are some of the things that we're doing right now. And it's for the whole lifespan, really, adults into the elderly as well.
Thank you so much, Jeanette. Katie, and would you like to share what ABCD Health Services is working on and how people can stay involved in the work that you're doing?
Yes, thank you. So we have some upcoming workshops called Healthy Love. We have one on Tuesday and on Saturday. So Tuesday morning from 10 to 12, Saturday 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 21st. And if you would like to stay connected with us, our social media accounts are Safer is Sexy on Facebook and Safer is Sexy on Instagram. And there's underscores in between the letters, the last four letters. So we're working on workshops for young girls, talking about boundaries, healthy relationships, STI awareness, and also we do one-on-one sessions with young people around STI awareness and around STI information as well.
Thank you so much, Katie. And before we close out, we just love to open up the space. If the community would like to share any resources, anything that they're working on, before I open it up, I did want to share an upcoming workshop that we actually have happening tomorrow, which will be led by Healthy and Uplifted. Dr. Azumah, would you like to talk about this workshop?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. So Healthy and Uplifted is a branch. It's an organization that I run thanks to Bria for helping me start it. But we do monthly webinars for women. We just talk about everyday women issues. We have subject matter specialists come in and just give us more information. Bria, just 1 minute. Let me share something for just 1 minute so that they can see. Do you want to share? Yeah, so that they can see what we do just quickly. I will be fast. So right here, I'll be fast. Share sound. All right, so basically
charger. No matter how perfect the iPhone is, if it's 10% charge, it doesn't work as well. It gives you that yellow bar. Now I have to reduce some of the things I have to do so that you could have a call come in, right? But if it's always charged, it stays 100%, and then you could get an email coming, you could get this coming. But when it's really low, you're actually not helping. So you feeling guilty about not doing what you need, about taking care of yourself, is actually not helpful. So if you change the meaning of self-care for women, I say, don't think about self-care for you. Think about it for other people.
All right, so basically we do monthly webinars whereby we talk about issues affecting women. So tomorrow we're going to be talking about intimate partner violence. It's rampant, especially unfortunately in the immigrant community where I stay right now. A 23-year-old girl was killed a few weeks ago by her husband, who is Somalian. We've seen that among the Nigerian community in Texas. So at this point, we want to protect women. So we're going to be talking about that. A lot of our subject matter experts were victims of intimate partners violence or domestic violence as well. So just join us. We're going to place the link in the chat if you can, and it's always fun. So thank you again, Bria, for sharing it. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Azumah. And Natasha, I will allow you to start off our community resource sharing. Would you like to share what you have going on? Natasha?
Maybe she's gone. Maybe.
No, I'm here.
Oh, she's here.
Sorry. Yes, hello. Back again. I'm super excited. Thank you so much.
Natasha, can you speak up just a little?
Okay, hold on 1 second. Can you hear me now? Is that better?
It's still a little low, but.
Oh, I'm not sure why. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Let me go to disconnect and then I'll connect again. Hold on one. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, is that better?
Yes.
Okay, good. Well, I just want to say thank you so very much to all the presenters who presented today, all of our girls who were just really excited and really did a great job just being available and learning some great things. I just wanted to talk about really quickly. I am the etiquette therapist, and I actually founded a program called Girls Unapologetically Reaching Levels Successfully. And it's an 8-week virtual workshop, which is super amazing because it can reach girls from all across the country, around the world virtually. And it really is a program that supports all of what I've done and all of the things that I know or don't know, right? I have the pleasure of having Love Your Menses as one of my partners, who is actually the partner, right, as it relates to loving your menses. And they come in and they do a workshop, a 2-day workshop, working with girls from 10 to 14. I have a girls in gaming. I have a girl who comes in and talks about gaming if you're interested in that as a career. Yes, absolutely. I will definitely give you that information. I also have a class on, it's an 8-week program, meeting twice a week, right? Twice a week for about an hour and 20 minutes. And we talk about skincare. We talk about makeup. Like, we talk about how to apply makeup, because I was also a makeup artist for a very long time. In addition to that, what clothes fits you well? Like, clothes and colors. I was a stylist as well. We talk about walking and how to walk into a room, and confidence building, and being able to exude a level of confidence, not through just your walk, but through your speech as well, right? So we talk about that. So I give you lots of gems, and it's very interactive. In addition to that, I mean, it's so super amazing. We talk about financial literacy. I have an accountant that comes in that talks about financial literacy with our girls from 10 to 14. We do so many amazing things in our program. I'm going to be introducing another where it comes when we're talking about good touch, bad touch, loving your bodies, keeping your body safe. So I have these amazing contributors who come onto my workshop, facilitate, and leave some gems. And then at the end of the 8-week, every girl, and we also do dinner etiquette. Knowing the difference between the salad fork, and the dinner fork, right? In addition, at the very end, every girl gets a certificate of completion in my program. And then guess what? I send every girl a girl care box. Yes, with all of the things that we've talked about, right? All of the things that we've talked about, it's in this box that's delivered straight to your home. It is delivered with your certificates of completion, and we have a virtual graduation ceremony. So this program, and all you have to do is go to NatashaParis.com. Bria, if you can put that in the chat, that'd be great. NatashaParis.com, because in the next week or two, we're going to be offering free classes, right? Free classes, so you can try the program out. And the program starts in mid-September. So we're gearing up for the start of the 8-week program. And let me let you know that the girls come back and become leaders to the other group of girls. And even better, equally important, we connect the girls to girls in other countries by way of Nigeria or Liberia, right? Ghana. I mean, all these phenomenal places. And my partner, Love Your Menses, Bria and Dr. Azumah, are the ones that really support this program from an international perspective, not just loving your menses, but internationally. So these girls are meeting with girls in another part of the world. So they're not just getting how to be confident and doing it unapologetically, but also hearing what it means to be a girl in another country, and then expressing what it means to be an American girl. So I'm super excited about my girls program that is due to start in mid-September, ending of September. Dates will be posted on my website, NatashaParis.com. Super excited. Definitely send me a message, and I can keep you posted on all of the other things that I'm doing. Thank you so much, Bria. The floor is yours.
Thank you so much, Natasha. I put Natasha's link in the chat. You can visit NatashaParis.com to register for the upcoming girls session. I just wanted to thank all of our amazing speakers. If you have any announcements, anything that you have going on, please feel free to type in the chat. I know that we're over time, so we do thank you for staying a little over. Before we end, I did just want to do our giveaway as promised. So let me pull that up so I can show you what we're giving away. So we will be giving away 2 books. One of them is the ultimate puberty book for girls, Celebrate Your Body and Its Changes Too. And the second book is, of course, Dr. Azumah and I's book that we co-authored, Maya Learns About Menstruation. So I'm getting ready to spin the wheel. If you are selected, we will follow up with you. So put your email in the chat if you are selected, so that way we can get your address to have these books shipped to you. All righty, let's see who's here. This is a large wheel. All righty. Stephanie, is Stephanie still here with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're here, Stephanie?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Awesome, yay, you're one of our winners. So Stephanie, please private message me your email address so I can follow up with you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll do 2 more, all right? So 2 more. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, let's see. Chloe, is Chloe here? Chloe? Okay, we'll try again. Juliana.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yay, congratulations, Juliana. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So message me your email address so I can follow up with you as well. All right, 1 more. Let's see who's gonna be our lucky 3rd winner. Anaya. Is Anaya here? Anaya? Nope. All right, let's try again. Leah, I know Fabian and Leah are still here. Right, Leah? Fabian's here.
Yeah.
Yay, congrats. So I will follow up with you as well. All righty, so thank you all so much for that. Just as a reminder, this event has been recorded and we will send all of our attendees an email with the recording along with the brief survey because we would love to get your feedback on the event. So we will send the recording to you all. All righty. Before I end, if anyone else has anything they would like to share, any announcements, any last minute questions for our speakers, now would be the time to ask.
I wanted to know, I have a question.
Sure.
I wanted to know if we're gonna meet again tomorrow for another event or if it's just gonna be in September.
So we don't have another upcoming Love Your Menses event, but Natasha was explaining she has a girls session that is starting in September. So if you would like to join that, you can click the link, natashaparis.com. It's in the chat. We'll post it again if you're interested in joining that session. You will all have been added to our email list, so we will send you updates on our upcoming events that we have. So if you're interested in attending any of our upcoming events or workshops, we will email you. But we do not, as for tomorrow, Healthy and Uplifted with Dr. Azumah is hosting an event which she shared earlier. So if you're interested in joining that one, Dr. Azumah did put the link in the chat. It's the Domestic Violence Prevention event.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, we have a birthday tomorrow. Kaya? Am I pronouncing that correctly, Kaya?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, your birthday's tomorrow. Alrighty, so we're gonna sing you happy birthday. I'm trying to think. We'll do the other version that I like to do. So if everyone would like to unmute yourself, that would be great. On the count of 3,
Let's not do that.
I'm gonna do it. Do it.
I like to call it the soul food version. All right.
Okay.
Why? 3.
Can we see the birthday girl? Can we see her?
Let's see her.
Hey.
She's so beautiful.
1, 2, 3. Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Happy
birthday
to
you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
And many more.
Birthday. Everyone, you could please mute yourself. Kia, I hope you enjoy your birthday. Do you have anything exciting planned for tomorrow?
I'm just gonna hang out with friends tomorrow.
That is exciting. Well, we are wishing you another year of good health, prosperity, joy, love, all of the good things. I'm wishing you an abundance of that, and we hope you enjoy your birthday tomorrow. Do I have any other August babies in the house? Any other birthdays in August?
Yes, my birthday is on the 31st.
Oh, is that Linda?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm the 30th.
look at that. On the 30th.
Team Virgo.
Leo.
Oh, Leo 30th. Mine is on the 28th. You know, Team Virgo's over here.
Right.
That is so exciting. Well, I'm wishing you all an amazing birthday month. If your birthday is in September or October, you don't matter. I'm joking. You matter. Happy birthday to all of you. I did want to show a quick video. Unfortunately, one of our speakers was unable to attend. Her name is Vanessa Burnett. She is a rising musician. She is from Dallas, and she wanted to showcase her video, Golden Girl. So I will show that. Before I do, she did have a few words that she wanted to share with everyone. So please give me one moment while I pull that up.
Hi everyone, my name is Vanessa Burnett. I'm so humbled and honored and excited to be here sharing with you all today. By day, I work in human resources as a recruiting manager, and I also do some career coaching. And outside of work, I really enjoy all things music. I enjoy speaking, I enjoy writing, and I'm just really excited to share with you all today. In just a few moments, you will hear my first song and music video that I released just this week, and it's called Golden Girl. The song is very, very near and dear to my heart. It's a celebration of all of the beautiful, courageous, and strong women that I am so blessed to know and have in my life, as well as those who I haven't met yet. The song is also a self-love song and a reminder that even on the days when you don't feel like it, even on the days when you feel like you aren't good enough or you don't feel as confident, you are still golden. There is so much light and potential on the inside of you, and there is so much on the inside of you that the world needs to see. And how do you do that? It starts by being your authentic self. It starts by walking in confidence, by showing up exactly as you are. You are already enough. You are already golden. Right now, in this moment, exactly as you are. You are a golden girl. And I just hope that this song inspires you. I hope that it uplifts you and that you enjoy it.
Give me one moment while I bring up the video.
Warm as the sun, you shine so bright, just waiting on your chance to become. And now you're growing up, while staying every room that you walk in. Just to know you is a blessing. Golden girl, sunflowers and pearls can't compare to you. Golden girl, so golden girl, sunflowers and pearls can't compare to you. I hope you stay. I hope you stay. Stay golden, golden girl. I hope you stay. I hope you stay. Stay golden, golden girl. I hope you stay. I hope you stay. Stay golden, golden girl. I hope you stay. I hope you stay. Stay golden, golden girl. Golden girl. Golden girl. Sunflowers and pearls can't compare to you. Golden girl. Such golden girls, sunflowers and pearls compared to us.
All righty. Well, girls, you are all golden, and I really hope you enjoyed that video. And I encourage you all to watch it again, to share it. I will post the link in the chat. Vanessa is so amazing, and she sends her warm wishes. And how fitting is it to end with that song? Our mentor, Irving Goldson, exuded all things golden, and that is just who she was. And so we encourage you all to continue the legacy of Irving by being golden and choosing up to show up in this world however you choose to do so. We are welcoming you into our LYM, TWC, ABCD family. We are so excited you were able to join us today for this amazing event. This is only one of many, and so we do hope you will stay connected with us. Follow us on social media, visit our website. Our phone numbers are listed. You can call us or text us if you have a question. We are here to support you in every way so that way you can be well and live well as girls, young women, adults. We also hope you will visit and check out our app called Our Flow that was designed by girls in our Flow Tech for Girls program, which we hope to launch again next spring of 2022. So stay tuned for that. Ebere will post a link in the chat to the Our Flow app website that you can go to download the app. It is a menstrual wellness app. I just want to say thank you all. If you would like to share anything in the chat, feel free to do so. If anyone have any questions before we end, now is the time. I will stop the recording. Ebere, before I stop the recording, would you like to share any last few words?
Yes, again, Bria, thank you so much for being a great leader. We appreciate you. You just, you exude confidence. You love the girls, you love everyone, you want the world to be better. Let's take a moment to pray for Haiti and those affected by the earthquake. Like, we have Love Your Menses Haiti, and our team on the floor are being affected. So pray for them, donate to them if you have anything to do. Again, keep in touch, and I'm going to hand it to Jeanette so that she can have her last minute say for this. And Katie, do you want to say something before Jeanette wraps it up? Thank you, Bria. Thank you. Katie, do you want to say something?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it looks like I can't get my video back on. Not sure why. It seems to be frozen. But just thank you so much. Can you hear me? Anyone can hear? Good.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you so much for the speakers. Oh, there we go. For Celai, I just want to commend her and encourage her to continue to grow and to be the wonderful person that this world needs her to be, as to all of the rest of the young people, young ladies on the screen, that you would see yourself as an integral part of the success of our future, of the world. And it's not that you have to be anyone other than yourselves to bring the magic that God has poured into you. So I look forward to meeting you all and seeing all that you're going to do, all that you're doing. And yes, just like all of the other organizations that sponsored, the Wellness Collaborative is here for you. I've chatted with some folks. If you want to be in touch with us, you can certainly go to our website or info@thewellnesscollaborative.org. And yeah, we are here for you. This is the whole point, that there is support and wonderment in life, and we want to share it. So thank you once again. God bless you all. Have safe rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again, I'm sure. Thank you.